Bridgeside.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out Bridgeside for another Monday night edition of Bridgeside Sports Live. We're bringing it to you here from Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. A lot of sports going on. Big night in sports. We got the Yankee game on here. We got the football game on here. There's a lot of things going on. But first, let me introduce you to the crew. First of all, I'm Mike Boo. To my left, we got Win Allen. How you doing?
Very good, very good. What's up, Mike?
Then we got the analyst, Chris Venture. Do your thing. Go ahead.
What's up?
That was Russian.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. And then to his left, Dr. Phil, Dr. Sports Science.
What's going on, man? Everything's good.
Everything's good. Are you asking me or are you telling me?
I'm telling you,
All
everything's
right.
good here.
And let's not forget in the corner, we got Big DB, Donnie Boss, fresh off the week, 3-0 in the Pick'em. God bless.
Wow.
Take it easy, young fella. All right, so let's just throw the question of the week out there for you. If you want to comment, please, we love to hear what you have to say. Question of the week is, what can the NFL do about injuries? All right, it seems every week it's big stars getting hurt, and we hear things each week about just worse and worse injuries. So, what can the NFL do about injuries? So please chime in. It's time for the rundown. You guys ready?
Let's do it, baby.
All right, 10-minute rundown. Let's go. Set the clock. Ba-ba-da-ba.
Go Bridgeside.
Whisper it again.
And we're going to start off with Winnie. We're going to start with baseball, right? We got baseball on here. Exciting Yankee game. Looks like, I don't want to jinx stuff.
Don't even say it. We all know. It's 7-3.
They're looking good right now, though. They're looking good, but I want to take a step backwards to the sad times. Right?
Sad
because,
times.
I mean, even when things are going good, we're thinking about Game 2 in the back of our heads.
Oh,
so
100%.
who is to blame for Game 2, the meltdown?
There's a lot of people you can blame during that debacle.
Give me somebody.
You got to go with Girardi, right? I mean, I wouldn't be booing him if I was a Yankee fan. Like he's getting a lot of heat, but Torreya's getting picked off. Didn't help.
Oh, that was horrible.
Green giving up the granny, but it's a team loss. But you got to go with the manager. I think you got to blame Girardi in that case.
All right. Do we see Girardi? Is this it for him? This is last year?
That's the report that came out this morning, is that his contract expires and he can't take all the hatred he gets and all he knows.
Poor guy.
He knows. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. But he knows that's a thankless job. The reports are that he's going to walk after this year.
Managing in the major leagues is a thankless job.
I'm
Is
just giving you the facts.
Is it if he gets $8 million a year after this year? If they somehow win the World Series, is that thankless? I don't know.
That is your thanks. He has millions of dollars.
So you're saying Girardi? We don't expect to
just
see
the
him back
report
this
I'm
year.
hearing.
Well, what if they win the series?
But they're saying it's his choice. But Wynn's right. It's not a thankless job. Your thank you is these millions of dollars. I got to agree with him.
I guess so. It depends on what your definition of thankless is. But let's move on to Phil. So let's talk about things are trending in the right direction. Let's just think ahead.
As Bradley Singles, man, on first.
All right, listen, we got to think ahead anyway because this is a sports show and people want to see what might be going on tomorrow, or 2 days from now, which would be Game 5. So talk to me about Game 5, looking ahead to Game 5. We know we're going to see Kluber. Expectations going into Cleveland.
Before the series, I was worried. I thought Game 1 was the most important game because they needed. I would only think that they would need it. I'd want not have to beat Kluber twice. And I know they didn't beat Kluber in Game 2, but they got to him. And they got to the best pitcher in baseball.
They pretty much beat
Can
him.
it happen again? I don't know. The Yankee teams, when they're good, they have a way of knocking around some good pitchers. They've been doing it to Sale all year this year. He was not dominant against the Yankees. They used to do it against Pedro. So I wouldn't be surprised. But for the fact that it's his second time around, I'm a little more worried.
It's tough to get him twice.
Exactly.
I know. All right, so let's turn away from the Yankees here and just get to the playoff picture because playoffs have been going on. A lot of excitement. 4 games today. It's awesome. You know what I mean? I love it. And
A little bit different than NBA.
let's talk Dodgers for a second because Kershaw is the marquee pitcher. He's the best pitcher in the league without a doubt. Nobody can say anything against him. But Chris, I'm going to ask you, why does it seem like he's a different pitcher
In the playoffs.
in the playoffs?
Yeah. I mean, I watched that game. He pitched well until like the 4th or 5th. I forget what it was when he started getting hit. But you're right. I mean, he's lights out in the
I'll give you the
season.
numbers right now. Regular season career, Kershaw, 2.3 something ERA.
Yeah.
15 starts. It's a big enough sample size. 4.6 something ERA.
Right.
That's double. It's double.
It's double, but it's also 15 games compared to hundreds.
Well, what do you
and
think
hundreds.
it is? What do you think it is?
What?
What do you think it is?
Oh, well, I think
that makes him.
I think that part of it is probably a little bit about nerves, and I think part of it is also, you're playing the best teams in the playoffs, and sometimes, you get hit. I mean, he's had plenty of starts. If you look at them individually, there's some starts where he's gone 7 innings, 2 runs, 7 innings, 1 run.
I would hope so. That's what he does every game.
Exactly, that's what I mean. So it's not, but he has gotten shelled a couple of times, so it happens.
It is strange, but it is a thing.
If he wasn't a 2-3 in the regular season, and a 4.6 is a huge difference. It's not just like half a run. That's legit double. So it's 15 starts. It's not 5.
It's half a season.
Correct. You can't just say, "Oh, he's not a big game pitcher." Say what you want.
Yeah, but what if he pitches like, let's say this last game? I know he got hit up a little bit. Let's say he pitches the next. They go to the World Series. Let's say, and he pitches 3-4 more times.
That's a lot of what ifs, Chris.
Let's say he has 3 really good starts, gives up 0 runs. That ERA will drop to like 3.3.
Let's wait till it happens.
Yeah, because it's still 15 starts.
All right, guys, I'm going to cut you off because we got to move on to football, right? So let's talk about NFL. I can't figure out the season, Chris. I'm going to keep it with you. What is this season? Is it just me, or is this season less predictable than any season I can remember?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but that's football. I mean, football's crazy, but this year especially. I don't know why, but it seems like
week to week,
like I don't know. Is it that there's too much parity, or I don't know. I mean, I feel like teams, and then guys are constantly getting injured. That could change the whole, look of a team. I mean, look at the Vikings. The Vikings look like they could possibly be a good team starting the season. Then Bradford gets hurt, and then Dalvin Cook gets hurt. Now that team looks like garbage. I mean, look at them. They're winning 3-2 against the Bears.
It seems to change every week. And I mean, let's talk about a team that actually has been able to sustain, and it's the only 5-0 team, right? It's the only 5-0 team.
Yep.
Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs. So win. I mean, is this team for real? Are they the team to beat right now?
They beat the Patriots, so. Until the Patriots lose, though, I still think the Patriots are the team to beat. As bad as their defense is, the Chiefs do it every year. They have a good regular season. They'll go 12-4, 11-5. Granted, they're 5-0 right now. They already beat the Patriots. But until the Patriots get knocked off their throne, until somebody actually beats them, and I don't think the Chiefs will again because they've, when they had Charles, who's I guess better than Hunt, you would say. Hunt's having a great year, but they couldn't do it. So is their team that much better now than back then?
I think the big difference now is people talking about Alex Smith. He's stepping up and being a real big time quarterback. It's not a question of stepping up. They're letting him play now. They're letting him play a little more. Reed was so constrictive with his offense when Smith has always been a pretty good quarterback.
Wait.
I agree.
He's always been a good quarterback.
He's been a game manager's whole freaking career.
But he's never given
been on for 10 years.
He's never given the opportunity to perform.
You downplayed their schedule a little bit. So they beat the Patriots. They beat the Eagles, who a lot consider to be very good this year.
Yeah, but they have a weak
beat the Redskins, who a lot consider to be good this year, and the Texans.
I didn't downplay their schedule. I'm not saying they weren't good, but I think they're one of the better teams.
All right, I think we got to move it on,
right?
And we got to talk about the NFC now. So, Phil, I'm going to ask you. So, there's 3 4-1 teams. It's the Eagles, it's the Panthers, and it's the Packers, right? Best of the 3.
Packers.
I
go quarterback.
Are they
pick anyone.
Are they the front runner?
I think they're the cream of the crop with the NFC. Before the season started, that was my pick to make the Super Bowl, and they haven't done anything to make me think differently. Rodgers out there, man. He just looks like the bet. Oh, we were talking about this before and yesterday. How he's only made 1 Super Bowl is beyond me. Like he looks like the best quarterback. If you just put him and Brady like a game tape, I would think Rodgers was better than him.
Okay. Well, in terms of skills,
that's what I mean.
Right now,
that's what I'm just saying.
All right, let's switch it up. Let's talk about Giants and Jets a little bit. Let's talk hometown action. Phil, I'm going to just kick it over to you. It's very sad. I mean, when you think it can't get worse, it just gets worse. The you-know-what hits the fan. What happened? Odell Beckham injury, out for the year. Is this going to change his career, or is this just a year thing?
It's just a year thing. Usually with fractures, let's talk about this on injury report. But just with the fractures usually a better healing for stability than, say, a torn ligament or anything like that. So his career will be fine. I think it's probably better for the Giants this year that he got hurt.
It'll help their tanking process.
Help their tanking process.
Okay, and just to talk about the Giants, right? They had a 2-point conversion, right? The crowd's amped up. They just need a 2-point conversion for the tie. What was it? It was to go up by 3.
The same thing that happened the week before.
And they can't settle the offense so they can even get the playoff, and they get to delay a game. Why can't coaches, and it's not just this game, manage the clock in the NFL, Chris?
I mean, McAdoo's horrible, so that's one thing. But, Yeah, if you can't manage the clock properly, you're not going to be a good coach. I mean, in the NFL, look at Belichick. He manages the clock perfectly, usually, most games, and that's why he's a great coach. Good coaches will manage the clock right. I mean, you're going to make mistakes here and there, but McAdoo makes way too many all over the place in different parts of the, defense and offense.
And listen, we got to keep it Jets real quick. So I'm going to ask you real quick, Win.
Yeah.
Could the Jets make the playoffs?
No.
Okay. Well, there you go. You heard that right there.
Wow.
I guess we'll just keep it at that. That's your Jets talk for the night. Okay. Let's talk. Oh, I love to talk it. I love to talk it, guys.
Severino,
hockey.
full count, 3-2.
All right,
oh,
we're
baby.
not talking about
I'm
that.
sorry.
Right now. We're talking hockey. All right, because NHL is back. So, Win. Ovechkin is right off the bat. 7 goals in the first 2 games. Are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
7 goals in the first 2 games.
He's scoring 100. What are we going to talk about? Move on.
100 goals. He's going to score 100
His
goals.
high is, I think, 65, 64. He's got 7 in 2 games. So, in 80 games, how many goals?
32 years old.
Okay, how many goals can he score in 80 games? If somebody said at the beginning of the year, could he score 60? Now he gets to 60. Maybe he scores 70. Who knows? Crazier things have happened.
So, I mean, is he the best player in the NHL?
He's up there. I mean, we had this conversation.
We know he's
I don't
up
think
there.
so.
We
That's
had this
great analysis.
We had this conversation.
Ovechkin, one of the best
You
players
heard it here.
in the
Hot
NHL.
We
take.
had this conversation. You want to let
right.
me finish, clowns?
No, I don't actually, because
No,
I want to
I'm
move on.
finishing now.
No,
You
we
want
can
to
let's move on.
You know what?
26 seconds.
I don't care about Ovechkin
Chris,
enough anyway.
Chris, we see a brand new team, the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Terrible name.
Do you see other teams going to Vegas in the future?
No. I mean, they shouldn't. Why are they doing that? Because Vegas isn't going to have true fans. They're not going to have true home-cooking fans.
The Raiders are
already
already on the clock.
I know, it's terrible. Go ahead.
5 seconds left.
thoughts on week one?
The Rangers. Lundqvist didn't look that great, but it looked good, and they shut up the Penguins. The Canadians 2-0.
For some reason,
Nice.
Phil always has the last 10 seconds.
Woo.
But
That was well done.
The Rangers
I'm
actually.
sorry, that was well done.
Yeah, obviously, it's not a must-win, but
All I heard was
big,
Lundqvist.
It was a big win they had yesterday after going 0-2 in their first 2 games. So they shut out the Canadians. Big win. No, I know. Obviously, I'm just saying. As a Ranger fan, I'm not a Ranger fan. I'm saying if you're a Ranger fan,
Game 3.
you're looking for a W there. Islanders 1-1-1, baby. Let's go. Okay.
Let's go.
Next up, what you got? Trivia, baby. Donnie, what you got for us this week?
Okay, we're shifting gears from baseball. We're going to football. We're not only going to football, we're going to football quarterbacks, and we're specifically going into passing yards.
Okay.
I have my regular teams of 2. I got Mike and Win. I got Chris and Phil.
Who's the defending champs this week?
That is Phil
We're 2-0.
and Chris.
2-0. You're 1-1. Get a clue.
We're tied. We're 1-0.
No.
All
We're
right,
1-0-1.
Well, we don't have to go into those semantics right now.
Sorry.
We'll see how this goes.
You like ties.
You guys are going to get
Losers.
6 questions, which you're going to answer at the same time.
Okay.
After the 50, you're going to get 15 seconds for each question.
How are you going to judge our... Okay.
Get to the point. Ask the question. We
After
got
the
it.
15 seconds are up, I will then ask for your answer. You will go. We're playing on an honor system.
You know, write them
So
down.
you're gonna give
With
your
these
answer
2
first.
guys, I don't know if that's
You're
going to
give
work.
your answer first. Write your answers down.
Okay.
Write your answers down.
He goes double check.
Because, what? Yeah, I'm going to double check after. That's what.
All right. All right, hit
No
us.
more wise talk.
Can I just say an honor system with me is bad? Like,
Okay,
I'm being honest.
so
Yeah.
we're going to go to the
big.
first
All right.
question. They're going to get easy to hard. Paul, give me 15 seconds. Who is the current passing yards leader in the NFL so far this season? You got to write it down. Don't let each other see each other's paper. Time is up. All right, that's time. Thank you, Paul. You're confusing me.
Yeah, I wait for that.
That's
I
fine.
don't
know. That's
listen to
good.
you.
I didn't know we
Okay.
had that. Okay. So, Mike, Win, what do you got?
We went with Carson Wentz.
That is,
Wait, why don't you wait to hear their question?
We went
their
with
answer?
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith.
you guys are both incorrect. It's Tom Brady.
Really?
It should have been. How do we know?
That was
I
the
didn't either of us
that
say
was
Tom
the
Brady.
easiest question. It's not going to bode
I
well.
didn't either of us.
All right.
Okay, we're going to go to question
Cross
2.
it out.
Paul,
Garbage.
all right.
Tom
All right.
Brady.
Matt Schaub was the NFL passing yards leader in 2009 while on Houston. He's still on an NFL roster. Which team is he on? Paul, give me 15 seconds. You have to write down something.
Yeah, okay. I listen. This is the second easiest question.
Matt Schaub's
That's
on
a tough question.
Matt Schaub's on
Start
the
with them.
All right. 49ers.
That is incorrect.
The Atlanta Falcons.
That is correct.
He went back to the
Yes,
Falcons.
sir.
Matty
Matty Ice is back up. That's
one
me.
year veteran contract. He's the
He
backup
went back.
for Matt Ryan.
He went back to the Falcons.
He's been for the last 2 years.
All right. How many points do we get?
Oh,
7?
thank
It's
you.
just one. It's 1 point system.
Yeah, 1 point system.
Okay. We're
if we
going to
tie?
go to number 3. I'll put this on an even par with the last question. Who are currently the top 3 for career passing yards in the NFL?
Okay.
Currently the top.
Give me 15.
They have to be in order?
Wait, currently?
10 seconds.
They have to be in order?
Career passing yards. No, they don't. 3 names. That's time. Lock in an answer, please.
Okay.
Answer. Locked in.
We did.
We got too late. You're too late. They got 2.
All right, here we go.
All right, so
We're going to go.
Mike and Win.
All right, we're going to go Manning, Brady, and Breeze. Go ahead.
Did you write all those down?
Yes,
What do you
we
got?
did.
Manning,
You
Brady,
have
and Breeze.
2. Up.
Oh,
Manning. They said
we
the
had
same
Manning,
thing.
Brady,
You said
and
Manning,
Breeze.
Brady, and Breeze.
Okay, you guys both got 2 out of 3, so both incorrect. Brett Favre is number 2 on the list.
Wait.
He's an
Not
active quarterback.
Active.
What are you talking
I
about?
said who's currently the top 3 on career passing yards list.
But you said active.
No, I never said active once.
We
thought you
both said
said
Eli.
active.
We both said Eli Manning, not Peyton Manning.
I meant Peyton.
And you definitely didn't write them all down.
It's
Let's move on.
Okay,
But
thank you.
I never
Thank
once
you.
said active. Who's? Never mind.
Wasn't
But
matter
it
if we
sounded
write down
like
or we
it.
say it. Okay,
We're
go
still
ahead.
winning.
Okay, we're going
it's
to
still
question
1-0.
4. Drew Brees has the record for most seasons with passing yard titles. How many seasons is that? 15 seconds, Paul.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
That's what I think.
All right. If you looked at it recently.
Write it down.
Yeah, we
write it
Maybe we
down
should
there,
say it at
buddy?
the same
You clearly
time.
cheated. The last one. You
Okay,
didn't write anything down.
Mike and Win.
We're going to go with 5.
Don't answer it. They have to answer.
No, I got you.
We're gonna go with 3.
You're both incorrect. It's 7.
7.
Wow.
That was my first guess.
No, it wasn't.
you
it was
should've
6.
won. You
No,
should've
it
gone
said
with
7.
that.
First
Stop
thought.
it.
First thought was 7.
I'm going to throw my own teammate under the bus here.
I have a 1-0
That's
lead
a lot.
still for you guys.
How is
Horrible.
it 7?
All right, 1-0 lead going into the... Oh, we got 2 more
Two more
questions.
questions.
Two hardest.
We're
ones.
going to number 5.
So we can clinch
The
you.
most passing yards ever in an Super Bowl game was 414. Who was the quarterback that accomplished this?
414.
414.
You know?
Paul, give me 15. Thank you.
I'm 99% sure. Not 90%.
going to say somebody very different.
You know that.
All right, we'll go with yours.
Okay, I'm going to start with Phil and Chris. What do you got?
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner.
You're both correct.
Oh.
Greatest show on turf.
So
I was actually thinking
we
with
got to
the
get this last
Cardinals.
question.
That was against the Titans.
All right.
That was against the Titans,
There we
right?
go.
2-1. Let's see. We're going
All right.
into number 6, the
I knew we
last
knew it. I was
question
hoping
of the
Mike
week.
agreed with
This is the hardest also. Good luck.
I knew you knew it too.
Currently the number 12 on the all-time passing yards list. Remember, not active.
All right, number 12. All right.
Right? This
You
is a
know this?
player who's the highest player who's not active, and he's also not a Hall of Famer and will not be a Hall of Famer.
I'm so
He's the 12th highest.
He's not active. He's the 12th highest in passing yards.
Yeah.
That's correct. He has 46,233 yards. Who is this
Not a
person?
Hall of Famer. And
He's not a Hall of Famer, won't be, and he's not active.
This is too easy. You got to get tougher questions than this.
You couldn't answer several of them.
Well,
All right, we're gonna. All right, so are we locked in?
Yeah.
We're going to start with Mike and Win.
Vinny Testaverde. Put it in the books.
Chris,
Randall Cunningham.
it is Vinny Testaverde. You got it this week.
Testaverde's garbage too. That's the best.
Hence
part.
why he's
We
not
got
going
a-
to be a Hall of Famer.
We got a Mike and win this week.
There you
We're
go.
3-1.
2-1.
No, it's not. Are you
We're the
crazy? It's
Islanders.
1-1-1 with the
We're all
Islanders.
the Islanders. We're 1-1-1.
1-1-1. That was a
You
tie.
guys
week
wish you
one.
were the Islanders, all right?
Week 1 was a tie.
Good questions, buddy. It feels good.
They were a little confusing.
hard.
They were a little confusing.
We
though.
gave 110%.
What was confusing?
Number 3, obviously.
Check us out next week for
Never said
another
active.
win and boo victory. Let's move right on, guys. Don't be
Another
be
one?
sour.
That was the first one.
All right. Well, you know.
We be booing.
That's
I
gotta go.
Ooh.
Are you still on his team? Are you still
Anyway, we're moving right along. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to we're gonna talk NFL. We're gonna talk about injuries because it kind of leads into our question of the week.
Batanzas is up in the bullpen.
Batanzas is up in the bullpen.
Not good for anybody.
No, I like it. So I'm gonna start with Phil because he, after all, is the doctor. So we're gonna talk about. Let's just talk about the major injuries of the week, which were Odell Beckham, J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
I mean, those were the two biggest ones.
those are
Every single player on the Giants got hurt. So
everywhere.
I mean, we can go into each one, but
Well, they all hurt their foot or ankle, which was pretty remarkable.
Injury is worse for their team? Is it Beckham or Watt? Because they're both gone for the season,
That's
right?
really tough, actually. But I'm gonna say Beckham because the Texans made the playoffs last year without Watt. Am I correct on that?
He was out most of the
Yeah.
season, yes.
And
I
the
think week
Giants,
3 he was
and,
out.
and we've seen only right now one game with the Giants when they did not have Beckham. They looked just horrible against the Cowboys.
Well, let's
I think
not
if I-
say that they didn't look horrible every
that's
single
true.
week.
So I'm
but-
going to say Beckham is the bigger loss, but they both have season-ending injuries, and they both have pretty bad injuries. They both fractured their leg, just different parts. Watt fractured his leg near the knee, and Beckham fractured his leg near the ankle.
So which injury is worse?
They're both going to be kind of around the same thing. Both have to go to like non-weight bearing. Watt might not have surgery.
It's all bones though, so
It's
like
better.
You said,
Like, it's
not,
better than
not
all-
as bad as
yeah,
a
all that
ligament or a
stuff.
tendon.
How long is Odell going to be out for, you think?
He'll be out for the year. He won't have
The
a
whole
reason
year?
to come back. That's why.
Yeah, they're 0-5.
Maybe if they were really good, you could push him near the end. Maybe. I wouldn't even
Really?
be sure about that. But he's going to be out the year.
That injury looked really bad.
It did. And it looked bad at the knee. They're lucky because the knee looked horrible too. And it looks like from everything they're saying, the knee was fine. They got lucky with that.
And he was crying like a
Why
baby.
is he crying?
What a baby.
No, all right. You want to
He
cry?
even
you're
cried
hurt.
when
He
the other guy
cried
got
when the
hurt.
other guy was hurt.
Donnie said it was
It
pitiful.
was pitiful. It was sad.
Listen,
crying, weeping. A grown man weeping on the football field.
Have you ever been? I'm gonna back him up on this one because I guess everybody else is gonna go against him, bro.
Yes.
There's so much in that he pours into the game.
Yeah.
For as stupid as he is,
He has so
the
much
dumb
heart,
things
right?
that he does have a ton of heart, and he knew right there that
He
his
broke his-
season
oh, he
was
definitely
over.
broke
He's a
his ankle.
jerk.
I've never seen. I've
never
never
seen him
seen
cry that much.
I have never seen an NFL
Cry
even
that much?
Cry, weep.
Oh, I've seen people cry when they
He
got
was
hurt.
maybe a tear. You give a thumbs up. He was weeping
That
He was
much.
weeping.
He was really crying, man.
Oh my god.
Baby.
I mean,
Devontae
have you ever
Adams
been in a
almost
spot
wait,
that your
hold on.
entire
Devontae
career
Adams,
is
Devontae
threatened?
Adams almost broke his neck last week
He didn't cry.
against the Bears. He didn't cry.
Well, he probably couldn't cry.
That's probably, knocked out cold.
Yankees have second and third, nobody out.
what inning we got here?
Bottom seven.
Bottom 7.
Bottom 7. Yankees still 7-3, right?
7-3. Judge
We gotta
came
put
out
this
of
away,
reach.
Things
right
are
here,
looking good. But let's go back to football. Okay.
Got to keep our fans up.
Way to
there,
really
bro.
keep it relatable. Now I got to go back to football. Doesn't all right. Anyway,
Well, the game's on.
Well, you had the Giants. Their whole receiving core got injured.
How
which was
crazy was
remarkable.
that?
That
I've
was
never
remarkable.
They're 1, 2, 3, and
You had
4.
the top 4 wide receivers on a
Imagine.
team
That's
got
gotta be a
hurt in the
record.
same
That's
game
gotta
and
be a
go out
record.
for the game. Not even
Who was
come back.
Manning throwing the ball to it?
Tight ends.
A game-winning drive. You had Ellison and Ingram split out wide.
It's like when you go on Madden and you got to sub people out. After a while, you got to like start subbing in like old linemen to play wide receiver and stuff. That's what it was almost coming to.
Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco both tweeted the Giants saying that they'll try out. For them.
I would sign Owens. What do you have to lose?
I don't want to win. I wouldn't sign. First
Well,
of all,
yeah,
he's,
well,
gonna,
no.
he's not going to be bad. He's not going to be.
How old is Owens?
He's like 40 years old, man.
Oh,
he's
older
still
than that. Older than that.
He's still like jacked and in great
That doesn't
shape.
mean he's that. That doesn't mean he's explosive to beat
Donnie's
cornerbacks.
jacked. He's not going to be. He's not going to haul in 10.
It's the new fullback.
He ain't Terrell
I'll be
Owens
practice
jacked.
squad this week at least.
Donnie on the practice squad. He'd have one bar on his helmet.
I'd like. All right. What is he? The guy from what was that? Invincible. What's that guy's name?
Yeah.
Mark
Vince Papale,
Wahlberg.
yeah.
Vince
Yeah.
Papale. We're gonna start getting
First
Vince.
play, Donnie would get crushed.
Real
It'd be
bad.
over. Career would be over. He'd be crying worse than Beckham.
Like the kid in
1
Little
yard
Giants.
1-yard run.
Handoff Donnie.
There is no way he would get positive yards.
He got
any kind of a
positive
play
yards.
that
Of course he
did.
could.
No, it doesn't matter.
Not
Best
with the
O-line in
Giants
the league.
offensive line.
Oh, the Giants. No.
No, with the Cowboys
Playing
offensive,
behind a
Donnie
good O-line, I'll
could get 1 yard.
5 yards.
I like to think that like
Fullback,
that
quick
they would
handoff.
use Donnie like kind of like a speedster, like on like an end around or
No,
something.
no. The fake handoff, the pitch, the Donnie going around the
Just
corner.
gets crushed immediately.
Guys, we
I'll
spent
average
too much time
3.4.
with Donnie
3.4
getting imaginary handoff.
But this is what I want to talk about, really, instead of the Giants.
That's what you want to talk
Yeah.
about? I'd rather
I would
talk
rather
about Donnie
talk
than the
about
Giants.
Donnie's career.
Well,
on
how about when the
practice
Giants?
squad.
How about when the Giants get a top pick and a great player in the year that the Jets should have done that, and the Jets will go like 7-9, 6-10.
Jets ain't winning 7 games. You out of your mind? They beat
But
Utrecht.
they're 3-2.
Listen, I want to say this though about the J.J. Watt injury is I really like the Texans this year, and I think that this really, really hurts them because I see them as a playoff team with them.
They made the playoffs last
And
year,
just
and
to finish
Watson's
up,
better than Savage.
Whitney Merciless, another one of their big sad
Yes,
guys,
he got
also
hurt.
out for the year, torn
Yeah.
pectoral. Pretty big deal for them.
So that was frustrating to see.
That's
but-
all rough.
Texans make the playoffs.
All right, this leads right into. I mean, perfect segue. We're going to talk about NFL injuries today, and every week it's somebody new. What can the NFL do about injuries? Is there something they can do? When?
I mean, they've done a lot. I mean, they've taken away they've taken away the kickoff basically out of football, right? You moved it up. You gave more incentive to take a knee. If you see one kick ran out of the end zone a game, it's a lot these days, maybe 2. So that's when a lot of you guys flying full speed, going 17, 18 miles an hour down a field, sprinting. That's when your big injuries occur a lot of times. Or with guys coming across the middle, guys get caught. So they've taken that out. You add that with the fact that they're trying to add new helmets, they're doing more research. They have to do something because, like we spoke about a couple weeks ago, I think Phil mentioned, it's setting a bad precedent, and parents are not going to want to have their kids play football over time.
No. Already.
CTE is a big thing, a big problem. I actually gave my health class an article to read, and I got a lot of good feedback. And yeah, it's
Thank you for that.
yeah.
Can I see a lesson plan,
He
please?
plugged
I'll
the
show you. I'll show you a lesson plan, no problem. You want me to help you out one?
No, you got
Case Keenum, Kyle Rudolph touchdown.
Oh,
Rudolph.
nice.
All right, so I mean, listen, that's the real problem. You just said the 3 letters, CTE.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you just saw an Aaron Hernandez's. They said that he had some stages. He was in some kind of stage of CTE.
Yeah, he was like stage 3.
Junior Seau. I mean, that's the scariest. That is the scariest thing.
And I mean, we got a comment on Bridgeside Instagram saying that, this is a contact sport. There's nothing that should be done. There's nothing that shouldn't be done.
It could be done.
But you know what? Something has to be done. These guys are legitimately killing themselves out there. And I don't care if it's contact sport or not. We mentioned about harsher suspensions. That has to be something. That hit against, I mentioned Devonta Adams on Thursday night game. He was being wrapped up, and this guy flew in helmet first. I mean, you cannot have that in the game. If that's what you're watching football for, then you're not watching football for the right reasons.
But dude,
I can't imagine that's the reason people want to watch. Someone to come flying in and almost kill someone.
But dude, that's
why people
there's
watch
no way
NASCAR.
that the NFL can get rid of. It's gonna happen even by accident sometimes.
Well, then they have to figure out something to do because if
I
this
don't think it's a
keeps-
rules thing. Chris, go
Well,
ahead.
the thing is, the most dangerous injuries are obviously the head and neck and, spinal cord, things like that. So, obviously, like ankle injuries, knee injuries, these things are going to happen in any sport, pretty much. I mean, you saw, what's his name, roll his ankle. That looked brutal.
Encarnacion.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying, so you want to prevent really those injuries, the CTE, that stuff. And maybe development with the helmets, maybe like a neck roll for people so they don't get whiplash in their neck and break their neck and things like that.
Brian Cox.
Something to help them. Yeah, like some really to help them so they don't get head injuries and neck injuries. Because everything else, you're going to get injured. There's no way around that. There's no way around everything else.
Well,
and those aren't the long-term injuries.
out of the head,
The
fine.
head,
You're
that's
right.
important.
Out of the head, from the neck down, okay, you're right. It's a contact sport. They're going to happen. Increased
Right.
risk. But the head and above, man, they got to do something about it. These guys, they got to somehow stop the culture of diving in with your head and spearing.
I would love to see the statistics on head injuries back when players didn't have face masks and
Or helmets.
Because
you couldn't go in with your head.
You couldn't do
You
it.
couldn't go in your head. You had to
couldn't
protect
go
your
flying head first.
that has been. People have made a case that helmets actually end up leading
But
to more
also,
injuries
those
as
guys,
well.
in fairness, those guys playing in the 1940s probably just ate McDonald's, drank a couple of beers, and
You're
ran
right.
out there compared to
True.
the guys
They
that
couldn't
now.
run like
I want to.
Diaz
I want to
today.
get to Donnie because I think he has a comment from Facebook.
We have Kyle Goff on Instagram.
Oh, no relation.
See, that's the one. I apologize. That's the one I'm referring to.
Okay, what kind of question is that? It's a contact sport. Injuries are going to happen. It's like we have a big hole at the bottom of the boat, and it's not.
It's like
sinking.
saying. Yeah.
No, that's not a great question. We're correct about that.
Kyle, I'm sorry. I completely disagree with you 1,000%. That's not you. Just because it's a contact sport doesn't mean people commit suicide. 10 years after they're playing, and Aaron Hernandez has CTE at 27 years old. It's a contact sport. That doesn't mean you get brain damage.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Brain damage, contact sport. They're not together.
But it's like moving every year that they're worried about player safety, as they should be. And it's just like I'm wondering where it's going to end. If the technology doesn't catch up, then like I made a joke even that we might end up we're going to end up watching two-hand touch one day. In this generation, things are kind of trending in that direction.
I know, yeah.
And the NFL is going to have to fix something, or we're going to end up watching two-hand touch.
To be honest, I guarantee if it became a two-hand touch league, there would still be people watching football because people would still gamble and still play fantasy.
And more people might.
You don't think so?
And the Expo League will take over.
And maybe more people. You have more people like Vinny from Invincible coming out to play.
No, I'm not kidding. You actually think that it would?
No, people would still watch.
People would still watch.
Not as much. Because
nobody can name. You can't name two offensive linemen on every team unless you're a football guru and you watch every game. You can't name offensive linemen on the Titans or the Browns. Nobody cares about the offensive linemen. Nobody cares. I said the Browns.
I know, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So even if it did become that, it wouldn't really change much, I think. As scary as that sounds.
Yeah, but the thing is
still
with
be
that,
fantasy sports.
No, but the thing is with that is like, how are you going to pay these guys what they want to get paid, which they're trying to get paid a lot of money? They're not going to. Nobody's going to play. Like, no one's going to pay anybody for playing two-hand touch.
Why not?
I'm sorry.
Look at basketball. Look at basketball. You get touch, it's a foul.
But basketball's a different sport.
I understand. Well, football's going to become. Why can't it just become a different kind of sport?
Guys, I want to kick it over to Donnie because I know he's got another comment.
So from Gravesend Gravediggers, I know Chris knows these people.
Yeah, that's my
and
softball.
It's actually a little bit more the same. No, they know the risk versus reward, the NFL, and should not be held accountable. Their grammar's pretty terrible. For it's a man's choice to play a dangerous sport.
All right.
I mean, yeah,
it is a choice.
Okay, but 10 years ago,
seems like a lot of what we're getting.
I understand that, but 10 years ago, nobody knew CTE even existed. Nobody knew. Okay, I'll blow up my knee. They used to say, if you remember, if you're going to tackle me high, because if you tackle me at the knee, that might ruin my career. If you tackle me high, I'll be face and I'll go back out in there. Nobody knew what a concussion, how serious it was. Like, give him some smelling salts and get him back out there. So yeah, but now it's a different choice. 10 years ago, you didn't know anything. You didn't know any better. I don't know. I think
CT can't
you're
be
right
diagnosed
about
really until after death, correct?
There's still
so there has to be
trying to figure out.
Yeah, that's what has to be the big thing. If you can find a way to diagnose this early while people are living, you can then counteract that with the technology to keep players safe.
The guy's right that it's a choice, but I just think people are going to start taking the other choice. I'm sorry.
Exactly. And just to go with that, Phil, is if you're a two-sport player, a lot of people, athletes coming up, why are you going to choose football? You saw it with Samardzija, right? Samardzija could have played football. He chose baseball instead. Why wouldn't you? First of all, you get guaranteed money in baseball.
Joe Mauer.
And you're guaranteed that you're going to stay healthier. Come on.
Go back to Dave Winfield.
It's not a question for these athletes.
The other problem is, like, I'm pretty sure over 80% of these guys are taking steroids because they don't even test people for steroids.
That is a tremendous number.
Certainly do.
Bro, yeah. They're all taking steroids because otherwise, think about baseball. People get caught for steroids all the time, but they put a mark on that, but not as many people are taking steroids. In football, everybody is, so they can't even do that. Otherwise, everybody would be on the league, and that's why everybody's getting cracked so hard. That's why everybody's so strong and big. You have all these huge forces coming at each other.
Monsters.
It makes things worse.
It really are.
Betances just walked the leadoff guy. Did Betances just walk the leadoff guy? Somebody tell me. He walked the leadoff guy. Why is this guy in this game? Unbelievable.
Because a lot of people are tired right now. You can't.
I don't care. You don't have a game tomorrow.
Take it easy. All right, gentlemen. Let's go watch the rest of the Yankee game, huh?
Yeah.
Please, before I have
Although I don't want to watch with this guy.
All right, don't watch with me.
Put him in a different room or something. All right. Thank you guys for checking in. Bridgeside Sports Live. I know there's a lot of sports going on. This is the perfect time of the season. Pretty soon we got all four sports going on at the same time. Yep. I mean,
next week basketball. I know. I'm excited. I know you guys are.
No, I could care less about that. But anyway, again, thanks for watching. For the rest of the guys, please check in tomorrow night for Bridgeside Live. We're gonna have. What are we gonna have?
Choose Your Own Adventure.
Choose Your Own Adventure is going to be on stage here, so check that out. It's going to be a great concert for you, going on live at 9 o'clock. For the guys, thanks for tuning in. See you next week. Peace out.
We out.